Good afternoon. For those of you with us today in the Stroh Center, and to our friends and colleagues watching at BGSU Firelands, welcome to the inauguration of the 11th President of Bowling Green State University, Dr. Mary Ellen Mazey. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the faculty of Bowling Green State University and representatives of institutions of higher education and organizations from throughout the country. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Inauguration Platform Party.
Good afternoon. I'm Bill Primrose, Chair of the Bowling Green State University Board of Trustees. Since we're already standing, let's sing our national anthem performed by Christopher Scholl, Associate Professor of Music. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Professor Scholl. Please be seated. Welcome, students, alumni, faculty, staff, elected officers, community members, and friends. And thank you for joining us for this historic day. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce our platform party, which includes representatives from the university community, Board of Trustees, and special guests. Would you please stand and be recognized when I call your names? Please hold your applause until everyone's been introduced. Members of the Board of Trustees, Ms. Stephanie Imhoff, Stephen Daly, Daniel Keller, David Levy, Colonel John Moore, Megan Newlove, Abby Priest, Deborah Ryan, Bo Slater, and Fran Bull. Our 11th president of Bowling Green, Dr. Mary Ellen Mazey. Our keynote speaker, Dr. Peter McGraw, president of Binghamton University, State University of New York. Dr. Carol Cartwright, former BGSU president. From the Ohio Board of Regents, Vice Chancellor Gary Cates. Representing the City of Bowling Green, Mayor John Quinn. From the Alumni Board of Directors, Mr. David Glass, Board Chair. From the university community, Dr. John Fulkins, Chair of the Faculty Senate. Mr. R.J. Ratliff, Academic Affairs Representative and Graduate Student Representative. Ms. Emily Ansenik, President of the Undergraduate Student Government. Ms. Sherry Orwig Ogden, Co-Chair Administrative Staff Council. Ms. Karen Schwab, Chair, Classified Staff Council. Representing Dr. Macy's family, her brother, the Honorable Robert Bruce King of the 4th District Court of Appeals. I would also like to recognize other participants in today's ceremony. The mace bearer is Dr. Lee Meserve, Distinguished Teaching Professor, Biological Sciences. The bagpiper is Don Newman. The sign interpreter is Miss Marta Crow. The BGS Faculty Brass Quintet, and our singers are the university's Women's Chorus. Now it's my pleasure to welcome to the platform Vice Chancellor Gary Cates, who brings greetings from the Boards of Regents.
Thank you, Chairman Primrose. Bowling Green State University has played an integral part in the development of the great state of Ohio for more than a century, contributing well-trained graduates to our workforce, creating entrepreneurs to help drive our economy, and conducting scientific and scholarly research that adds to the body of knowledge and our understanding of the world. We are proud and thankful that the majority of Bowling Green State University graduates choose to remain in the Buckeye State. The contributions of our colleges and universities are more critical than ever. Just a 1% increase in the number of Ohioans with bachelor's degrees translates into $2.5 billion of new economic activity per year. Dr. Mazey, Ohio is counting on you and Bowling Green State University for a lot more of these type of alumni. And while we understand your affinity for West Virginia, we're extremely pleased that you've chosen to once again call Ohio home and lead this fine university. On behalf of Governor John Kasich, Chancellor Jim Petro, and the Ohio Board of Regents, it is my pleasure to congratulate you. We definitely look forward to working with you for the benefit of Ohio and Bowling Green State University.
Good afternoon. I'm Mayor John Quinn. I am extremely pleased to be here today, both as a representative of the City of Bowling Green and as a BGSU alumnus. As a former history teacher, I think it's important on occasions like this to remember the past, and I can never resist offering a short lesson when I have a captive audience. More than a century ago, a great battle was fought in Northwest Ohio. No shots were fired, but the fighting was fierce in the great struggle to be the home of a new normal school for teachers. Bowling Green's forefathers won that battle, and they probably didn't fight completely fair in beating out Van Wert, Napoleon, and Defiance, and other cities vying for the school, which of course evolved into Bowling Green State University. We're glad they won. Bowling Green is extremely blessed to be the home of BGSU. And I believe we are also blessed to welcome a leader to the university who is committed to building upon our already strong century-old town-gown relationship. Dr. Mazey has been a visible presence in the community since her arrival, and we look forward to collaborating with her. On behalf of the City of Bowling Green and our 30,000 residents, welcome to the community, Dr. Mazey.
Hello, I'm John Folkens, Chair of the Faculty Senate. From a faculty perspective, what strikes me about our new president is that she gets it. When it comes to student learning, she connects with those of us in the classroom. She understands that our students need to be comfortable in a university environment. She understands that they need to be challenged intellectually. And she understands that students benefit most from learning from professors who are actively engaged in scholarship and research. Dr. Mazey brings to BGSU a renewed commitment to shared governance. Even before she arrived on campus, she pledged to, quote, hit the ground listening, to learn directly from our faculty concerns and ideas for strengthening our university. And she has kept that promise, reaching out to us in departmental meetings, university functions, and in hallway discussions. She is accessible. This is a tremendous university with a rich, century-old tradition of excellence. However, we're not immune to the challenges facing higher education in Ohio and across the country, but by working together, we can overcome those challenges and create new opportunities for our students. Dr. Mazey, the faculty of Bowling Green State University are committed to partnering with you to make this university even greater.
I'm J.R. Ratliff. I bring greetings on behalf of graduate students of Bowling Green State University. As graduate students, we are both student and teacher, part of the continuum of education. We value the strong role models that we are fortunate to work with and learn from at BGSU. Dr. Mazey, the Graduate Student Senate and graduate student body stand ready to work collaboratively with you to redefine graduate education at BGSU. Together, we can ensure the success of our programs and a vibrant future for our university. Welcome and congratulations.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Emily Ansnick, President of the Undergraduate Student Government. I was also fortunate enough to serve on the Presidential Search Committee. As you might expect, during the interview process, Dr. Mazey spoke a great deal about her commitment to students. After just 4 months in office, I can tell you without a doubt that she is walking the walk. She has been, and I'm confident that she will continue to be, our most vocal cheerleader and fiercest advocate. From move-in day, which included a stint on the rec center climbing wall with incoming first years, to visits in the residence halls with sick and impromptu chats with students across campus, she has been everywhere. Dr. Mazey, on behalf of the nearly 18,000 undergraduate students, both here and at Firelands, we wish you well, and we look forward to being part of the Mazey area at Bowling Green State University.
I'm David Glass. On behalf of the over 175,000 Bowling Green alumni worldwide, I am honored to welcome Dr. Mazey to the Falcon family. In just a few short months, the other members of the Alumni Board of Directors and I have been so impressed by her enthusiasm and dedication to BGSU and our alumni. Her schedule to date and in the coming year is a testament to her commitment to meet and interact with our alumni across the country. I personally have not been to a significant alumni event this fall where Dr. Mazey wasn't, and she was usually there well before me and long after. She is ready to partner with us to expand and strengthen our network of alumni chapters and societies. Together, we will be launching new initiatives such as career planning and placement for our graduates. Dr. Mazey, the Alumni Association is excited and ready to work with you to build a better BGSU for our students, alumni, and future Falcons.
Good afternoon. I'm Bob King, and I serve as a United States Circuit Judge for the Fourth Circuit in Richmond, Virginia. But more importantly today, I'm Mary Ellen Mazey's surviving brother. And on behalf of her extended family and all West Virginians, I am honored to appear at this august occasion of Bowling Green State University. Your new president, Dr. Mary Ellen Mazey, formerly Mary Ellen King, is my baby sister. And I vividly recall the very day she was born. We rode 7 miles, driven by our dad in an old Buick, from our rural home on Second Creek in West Virginia's Greenbrier County to a small hospital where Mary Ellen came into this world. And Mary Ellen will be a great president of this wonderful university. She has lived an exemplary life of excellence and accomplishment, although she wasn't born in any way with a silver spoon in her mouth. Following our dad's untimely death when she was about a year old, Mary Ellen, our older brother Eddie, and I were raised by a single mother in a home that didn't have running water. Fortunately, though, our strong-willed mother, ever proud of her Scottish heritage, valued and emphasized the right things: education, integrity, and hard work, primary among them. And Mary Ellen now has, among other things, several well-appointed indoor bathrooms to show for it. Well, to be sure, though, Mary Ellen has seen enough of the tough times to really appreciate the good times. The losses of our parents, our dear brother, and Mary Ellen's, most recently, Mary Ellen's wonderful husband, Bruce Mazey, has made her a stronger and a better person. And the good times, many of which are focused on Mary Ellen's accomplished children and her grandchildren, plus her continuing professional success, have produced an acclaimed educator who is entirely prepared to successfully lead this great university in the second decade of the 21st century. In the words of David Hardesty, a distinguished West Virginian, colleague of mine, he served as president of West Virginia University when Mary Ellen became its Dean of Arts and Sciences. President Hardesty, and I quote, says, "Dr. Mazey was raised in Greenbrier County, which is truly almost heaven. Her family and community raised her with values we admire: a strong work ethic, a desire to serve others, loyalty to family and friends, and above all, integrity. She has exhibited these values throughout her lifetime." And speaking more directly to those here today, President Hardesty concludes, We know Mary Ellen Mazey, and because we know her, we commend her to your university community. She is a caring leader with a big heart. She will model the way and get the job done. We wish both your institution and its new president all the best in the years to come. Good things lie ahead. Mary Ellen, on behalf of our entire family and on behalf of West Virginians everywhere, we are immensely proud of you. Godspeed, President Mazey. Godspeed.
Good afternoon. It's great to be back with the BGSU family. This is an exciting day for our university as we formally welcome Dr. Mary Ellen Mazey as the 11th president. She brings to BGSU a wealth of experience and a deep understanding of the challenges facing higher education. We would be hard-pressed to find someone more worthy for this post. Congratulations, Mary Ellen. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker. Dr. Peter McGraw, president of Binghamton University, State University of New York, is one of the most experienced and thoughtful leaders in higher education in our country. This is a special honor for me because I've known Peter for a long time. To give you an idea of the breadth of his career, the first time he was named president of Binghamton, Richard Nixon was in the White House. That he was asked to return and lead Binghamton nearly 4 decades later is a testament to his leadership and unparalleled reputation in our profession. To list all of his accomplishments would make my introduction quite long, so let me share some highlights. Following the first time in the presidential role at Binghamton, Peter was president of the University of Minnesota for a decade. In 1985, he became president of the University of Missouri System. Known for a keen sense of humor and the ability to connect with students and colleagues, he has held numerous commission, task force, and committee positions in national educational associations, including the Association of American Universities and the National Association of State Universities and Land-Grant Colleges, which is where I got to know him. He went on to become president of that organization, now called the Association of Public and Land-Grant Universities. He has been a senior presidential advisor to the College Board since 2006. He also served as interim president of West Virginia University from 2008 to 2009, which is where he worked with Dr. Mazey. Dr. McGraw is a graduate of the University of New Hampshire with a bachelor's degree in political science and from Cornell University with a PhD in political science. His scholarly interests include American constitutional law, constitutional history, and the operations of the U.S. Supreme Court, as well as higher education administration, leadership, public policy, and international affairs. Dr. McGraw's commitment to international higher education has been widely recognized. For example, I was extremely pleased to be part of a delegation of U.S. presidents who traveled to Romania for the formal dedication of the C. Peter McGraw Center for Romanian-American Academic Interaction in Sibiu, Romania. Peter is the author of numerous books, monographs, and articles in his various areas of study. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm Bowling Green welcome to Dr. Peter McGraw.
Carol, thank you. I'm hiring you on the spot to be my publicist. It's a real pleasure, and it's an honor to be here on this important day. Important because of my deep respect for Mary Ellen Mazey. As mentioned, she and I were mountaineers. I'm part of the West Virginia group. We worked together at WVU. And I'm also here because of my passion for public higher education and my appreciation for the essential, vital role that Bowling Green State University plays in Ohio, our nation, and our world. President Mazey assumes the leadership of this university at a time when the environment, the context in which higher education must work in America is vastly different from what it was when she and I started our careers and when we were even younger than we are now. Here are four major new realities that face Bowling Green and your new president. The first is the enormous decline in the state's investment in this and all other Ohio universities. Yes, there's still some, it's needed, but the trend line is down here and in every state. It's not going back up in any foreseeable future. If this and other public universities are going to continue to be, as they must continue to be, public-serving universities with a public-serving mission, they need resources, money. They need to be aggressive to raise money and to save money by prudent, tough management. How? How to be done? Well, by even more intensive private fundraising from alumni and friends who know it, who get it, that universities such as Bowling Green are essential to our economy and the creation of jobs. By being entrepreneurial and pursuing all kinds of private-public partnerships, partnerships that generate the money we need to do our public service. Our universities, ladies and gentlemen, are not for profit, but we are also not for loss. We can't discover and apply knowledge and educate students for life and jobs with prayers, platitudes, and pleasant wishes. We need money. We need to fight and make pragmatic cases for state and federal dollars. And we need realistic tuition policies that generate revenue from those that can pay and provide aid and support to those, the many that need aid. And we must be flinty-eyed tough in conserving resources and expending them carefully and wisely. The second new reality in the higher education environment is that partnerships of all kinds are here to stay, and they can be win-win for both sides. Universities such as Bowling Green have a heck of a lot to offer. Great talents from faculty, from staff, and students, talents that businesses need. And businesses have great talents, too, that can mesh with universities, colleges, and help them. And so universities have to develop partnerships with business and with other public and private colleges, public schools, government, and civic organizations. These can be win-win and also fit the model that today's universities must be engaged with society in partnering in ways that meet and serve mutual needs and interests. The third major and new environmental reality is that we are in an IT world, one of instant, round-the-clock communication and the transmission of information. Will we still have traditional classrooms, laboratories with professors, libraries, and human interaction between professors and students? Yes, yes, we will. But learning, knowledge is now delivered, consumed, and applied in our internet world. Universities that are not online are going to be offline and out of the game. The fourth and final major environmental reality is that we live in a globalized world, the one in which our students will live and work, and we had all better be international. This means, again, partnerships with universities in other countries, dual and someday joint degree programs, and opportunities for students to study abroad and for our universities to be enriched with students from other lands and cultures. Put another way, universities that are not international are not universities. Now, this new, tough, complex environment poses big challenges for Bowling Green and President Mazey. I know, as do the trustees that so wisely and correctly chose her, and the search committee that put her name forward, that she will meet these challenges as successfully as humanly possible. Now, right here, this moment, Mary Ellen is receiving your love and support on this celebratory day. That's really wonderful. It is wonderful. But please, hear this. She needs that love and support 2 months from now, 2 years from now, 4 years from now. The presidential jobs appear grand and glorious. They come with good salaries, though rarely as much as head football coaches. They come with lots of nice helpers and a nice house that, as her brother said, has got bathrooms, and that's really great. You have that house so you can, university president lives in a nice house and begs. They beg for money, and that's what Mary Ellen's going to have to do to promote the university. You get free tickets to cultural and athletic events, and you better be seen at many of them. As a matter of fact, she's not a bad basketball coach, and she's got an alternate career coming if she's interested someday. Your name and picture appears routinely in the paper and on the tube. Lots of glory and lots of fame, but don't be fooled. Ladies and gentlemen, these are tough, hard jobs. They are not for wimps. They are for men and women who want and thrive on challenges that serve and promote the public good. They are for persons such as Mary Ellen Mazey, who doesn't need the presidential job to feed an ego, but wants it to promote Bowling Green State University. Her job is a leadership job, a job for a person who has zero tolerance for bullshit. Yep, a person who can tactfully but firmly say yes or no on the calls that are always tough, a person with vision, objectives, and reasonable plans who can inspire and lead. So when a new president is announced, the crowd cheers. When they leave, there is again applause and cheers, even from those who blasted and criticized the president. I kind of put it this way: they love you when you come, they love you when you leave, but in between, it's often sheer hell. Let's not, my friends. I don't think you will. Let's not do that with Mary Ellen. Love her, not just today and in 10 or 15 years when she leaves, but love her in those in-between years. Support and understand her. For her truly glorious calling and job is promoting, strengthening, and leading Bowling Green State, a vital and much-needed Ohio and American university. God bless President Mazey and Bowling Green State University.
Thank you, Dr. McGraw. During the search process last year, and over the last few months, I've had the privilege of getting to know our new president. Her infectious enthusiasm, candor, and passion have already brought a renewed sense of optimism and a spirit of collaboration to our beloved university. I am more convinced than ever that she is the right leader to guide BGSU into the future as we enter our second century of service. Dr. Mazey, Dr. Cartwright, could you please join me at the podium? Mary Ellen Mazey, your predecessors, Homer B. Williams, Roy E. Offenheyer, Frank J. Prout, Ralph W. McDonald, Ralph G. Harshman, William T. Jerome III, Hollis A. Moore, Michael R. Ferrari, Paul Oskamp, Sidney A. Rabeau, Carol A. Cartwright, with the support of a world-class faculty and staff, have built a foundation of this university. We acknowledge and we pay tribute to their leadership and their vision. Mary Ellen Mazey, the future of this great university is in your hands. You must be an educational leader. You must constantly challenge and stimulate your faculty, staff, and students. You must look into the future and build a university to meet the needs of tomorrow's students. Dr. Mary Ellen Mazey, by order of the Board of Trustees of Bowling Green State University, I invest with you all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of the office of the presidency, and I present you with the presidential pennant, the insignia of the office of the president of Bowling Green State University. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the 11th president of Bowling Green State University, Dr. Mary Ellen Mazey.
Thank you. 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 Thank you very, very much. I appreciate everyone in attendance today and those watching at the Firelands campus. A special thank you to the Bowling Green State University Board of Trustees and its chair, Bill Primrose, our alumni, students, faculty, and staff for not only your support today, but for the welcoming atmosphere of the past 5 months. I look forward to working with each of you in the coming years. To our out-of-town alumni, former Board of Trustees members, community members, and representatives from universities from across this state and the country, I am so pleased you are here to help us today mark this occasion. I also want to thank my predecessor, Dr. Carol Cartwright, for her service to Bowling Green State University. Today, we celebrate BGSU's first 100 years and dream about its next 100. It is my honor and privilege to serve as Bowling Green State University's 11th president. I am here today because, like so many others, higher education gave me the foundation to fulfill the American dream. I am also here because my family, friends, and colleagues who have been so important in my life, and now I must acknowledge them. First, my mother was widowed at the age of 30 without a high school education, but still managed to raise 3 children who achieved advanced degrees. She taught us to seek an education and work hard at whatever we strive to achieve. Secondly, my 2 dear brothers, Bobby and Eddie, my aunts, uncles, cousins, and all the others that helped raise me, and my dear deceased husband, Bruce, who told me over 30 years ago to finish that PhD because he did not want to live the rest of his life with an unfulfilled woman. Thirdly, my wonderful sons, Brian and Zach, and my daughter-in-law, Michelle, my grandchildren, Logan and Natalie. You are the perfect support system and the joys of my life. To my many mentors and supporters who are here today,
I appreciate the knowledge and wisdom you bestowed on me. I listened and have tried to emulate your great leadership attributes. You taught me institutional relationship building and showed me how to make strategic planning practical and effective, and believed in me many times more than I believed in myself. West Virginia University and the University of Cincinnati provided me with a strong educational foundation. At Wright State, I learned to work with multiple constituencies and build consensus both inside and outside of the university. At West Virginia University, I had the opportunity to work with our keynote speaker, Dr. Peter McGraw, who has served higher education with distinction all across this country. At Auburn University, I learned how shared governance and a collaborative approach for decision-making can change a university. I appreciate all my colleagues from Wright State, West Virginia University, and Auburn for attending today. Now for Bowling Green State University's future. After 100 years, BGSU has graduated over 175,000 alumni who have impacted the state, the country, and the world. In fact, we have over 100,000 alumni right here in the great state of Ohio. We have 60,000 alumni in the other 49 states, and we have over 2,000 alumni in 125 countries throughout the world. Our alums include such notable individuals as Shantanu Narayan, President and Chief Executive Officer of Adobe Systems; Eileen O'Neill, Group President of Discovery Communications; Jimmy Light, an organ transplant pioneer; and Jennifer Higdon, a world-renowned composer and winner of both the Grammy and the Pulitzer Prize. We continue to have this recognition as we examine the statistics of our current student body. We have students from all 50 states, the District of Columbia, 3 U.S. territories, and 75 countries. This year, we welcomed the third largest freshman class in our history. 15% of those students were from out of state, the largest percentage in our history, and 22% were students of color. Our alumni came to Bowling Green State University to get an education, to build a future for themselves and their families. While our current students face far different challenges, they are here for the same reason. The United States of America has the best and most recognized system of higher education in the world. But the world has become more competitive since our founders began this great university. Now we must position ourselves on the world stage in an important role for higher education and play that role in the future. And at the same time, we must build strong town-gown relations with the city of Bowling Green and with this region. We must constantly assess our performance and adapt ourselves to ensure we can meet the educational needs of the future. How do we undertake this mission? First, we must determine where we are in relation to our peer and aspirational universities. We are very proud of the fact that for the last 17 years, Bowling Green State University has ranked in the top 100 public universities in the country, as noted by U.S. News and World Report. We are also recognized in U.S. News and World Report for our first-year experience programs in our learning communities. Included in the U.S. News and World Report rankings is a factor considered value added of a college education, which is composed of the expected versus the 6-year graduation rate. Bowling Green State University is #1 in the state of Ohio on this factor and 3rd in the nation. We are very, very proud of that ranking, and we must build upon it in the coming years. As I talk to students and alumni, they tell me how nurturing Bowling Green State University was and continues to be. I attribute this accolade to the faculty, staff, fellow students, alumni, and others who have made and continue to make this possible. We are experiencing a renaissance as these second 100 years begin, especially with the opening of our 2 new dining facilities, our 2 new residence halls, our Wolf Center for the Arts, and the Stroh Center. And now we are very excited about continuing this renaissance with the renewal of our academic facilities. Our future will be built on strong and innovative undergraduate and graduate programming. As we build on the success and history of our undergraduate programs, our task over the next 5 years will be to support the most innovative undergraduate curriculum enhancements in the country, some of which have already begun. We want every student to engage in experiential learning while they pursue the undergraduate degree. Beginning in the freshman year, each student's degree program will be integrated, starting with living and learning communities through the senior capstone experience. No matter what your major, our students will be provided with the curricular and the co-curricular experiences that ensure they graduate with critical thinking skills and problem-solving abilities. These experiences are the basis for lifelong learning and paramount for a successful career. Our goal is to build Bowling Green State University students for future careers that will meet the challenges of this country and the world's social and economic needs. In addition, we will continue to build our undergraduate research programs and our study abroad programs to ensure that our students have global experiences and opportunities in addition to for research and creative scholarship. At the undergraduate level, we are particularly proud of the Sidney Ribeaud President's Leadership Academy, which targets students who do not always have the opportunity to attain the American dream. The program provides the support system to make it possible, especially for first-generation students, just like me, to achieve college and career success. These students are instilled with the fundamentals of leadership that states, leaders are those to whom much has been given, and now much is expected. In addition, Bowling Green State University is proud of our over 400 student athletes who have an average grade point average of over 3.0 and have earned recognition in the Mid-America Conference for this achievement. A new initiative will also link our undergraduate and graduate education and will serve our students and give them an opportunity to earn a master's degree in 4 to 5 years by being accepted into what we will refer to as our accelerated bachelor and master's degree programs. This is important to the Ohio Board of Regents and to the future of our state. Just as the standard of education in this country has been the percent of population that has a bachelor's degree, the standard of the future will be a master's degree or another professional degree. Bowling Green State University should and will lead the way. We all want to position Ohio to have a workforce that meets the future needs of our economy and ensures that the American dream is within reach of all of our citizens. Our degrees must be innovative and flexible. We will always be a residential university, but we must find new ways to deliver our curriculum and give students across the state and around the world flexibility to receive a degree from Bowling Green State University. Just a little over 100 years ago, BGSU was created by the state legislature as one of the 2 normal schools in the state. And 101 years later, we still graduate the largest number of licensed teachers in the state of Ohio. Our overall goal is to build strong graduate and research programs in selected fields of study. The graduate programs will be the core of our research efforts. Of the 48 Ohio Board of Regents Centers of Excellence, Bowling Green State University has been selected with 3 of these programs. They are Sustainability in the Environment, Health and Wellness Across the Lifespan, and Developing Effective Businesses and Organizations. Each center provides us with an opportunity to propel BGSU in research and scholarship, teaching and learning, and engagement and outreach. Our researchers in sustainability and the environment have generated over $40 million in external funding, and our unique photochemical sciences program has been a core of that. They have done groundbreaking research with photovoltaic cells that will assist the United States in becoming energy independent. As part of our sustainability efforts, over the next months, we will develop a plan to make our campus part of the American College and Universities President's climate commitment and join other leading universities in the country in signing this agreement. Secondly, our Center of Excellence in Health and Wellness Across the Lifespan promotes wellness and quality of life to help lower costs for health care and reduce the number of missed days at work. It builds on the work of more than 100 faculty members, 5,000 students, and 78 academic units and programs. And even in our student activity groups, they have all together generated over $11 million in research grants and nearly $1 million in student support grants, as well as over 300 partnerships with health organizations in this community. Third, in the Developing Effective Businesses and Organizations Center of Excellence, we connect faculty and students with companies to work on applied learning projects, and we organize the most comprehensive business plan competition in Northwest Ohio and one of the largest annual entrepreneurship events in the state. Our future goals will be to build on the successes and the collaborations of these centers of excellence and their interdisciplinary work to build BGSU's future. I also want to mention 2 other BGSU centers that have built strong national reputation. Our Center for Marriage and the Family is a nationally recognized center focused on the changing attributes of the U.S. family and is funded by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. In another center we have, in collaboration with Ohio University, our Center for Regional Development recently received a $1.6 million grant from the U.S. Department of Commerce to build a regional workforce database. It has also won a national award for its work, and in the future, our faculty and students will continue to win this national recognition and receive the much due they deserve with national recognition. In terms of creative scholarship, we have outstanding programs in music, art, and theater and film, all of which have collaborated to have space and programs in our new signature building on campus, the Wolf Center for the Arts. We are very proud of this new facility, and we know our community and alumni engagement will propel Bowling Green State University to higher heights in this new environment. Here at Bowling Green State University, our students receive an excellent educational experience, both inside and outside the classroom and on and off the field. As John F. Kennedy said, "Let us think of education as a means of developing our greatest abilities, because in each of us there is a private hope and dream, which fulfilled can be translated into benefit for everyone and greater strength for our nation. For education is the mainspring of our economic and social progress. It is the highest expression of achievement in our society, ennobling and enriching human life. At Bowling Green State University, we work every day to give our students the opportunity to live a new global American dream through higher education. Bowling Green State University and all of higher education must now rise up and meet the challenges of this and play a leadership role to ensure that that new global American dream is possible for this generation of our students and for generations to come. I stand here today and pledge that this great university will become even greater, and that we will play a major leadership role in this community, this metropolitan region, the state of Ohio, the United States of America, and the world. Our best years are ahead, and we plan to ensure that our students, faculty, staff, and alumni are duly empowered to create and implement the innovative ideas and beliefs that will take us forward into this next century for Bowling Green State University. Thank you for being here today, and in the future, I want to work with each of you in order to reach our goals for this next century. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Mazey. Following the ceremony, I invite you all to join us for a reception on the second floor concourse. We close today with the university's alma mater. Please rise. Sorry. As the university's women's chorus, accompanied by the faculty's brass quintet, leads us in the alma mater. The words are in the back of your program. And the recession will immediately follow. Please remain seated while the platform participants, faculty, and other distinguished guests recess.